One of my biggest weaknesses in corporate was getting really, really frustrated with inefficient processes. I'm just a person that likes to move fast. I like to move quick. I like to be able to create a quote, go do my thing without running into like a lot of troubleshooting hiccups, things like that. And for me, I get very frustrated when I see that a process is broken, but it's not being fixed. And how I handled it previously was like slack yelling at leaders, letting them know that their team was making my life a living hell. I did not have to do this in my previous position at all, by the way, because the team was run by really millennials who super valued efficiency. And so if like I needed anything changed, I could just walk down to somebody's office, get it fixed, boom, 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 the process would be optimized. However, in larger companies, right, you run into all of the red tape and all the layers of process, but then you also run into like the many, many years of like backlog buildup of other ideas that were sort of half-baked implemented and are still part of the process, and then you hit the clunk, clunk, clunk of it not being fully changed or fully optimized from beginning to end. And I think this happens most when you hire a new leader into a company that's never done the job below them, right? So they don't really understand all the inefficiencies that sales reps run into in their day-to-day. Like, I cannot tell you, this was not sales. I once worked for a company where it sometimes took 2 days for me to create a quote because the company had so many old SKUs and old line items, and like things would error out whenever we try to create a quote for a customer. And they had changed the pricing and licensing so many times that sometimes things just didn't work. And so you literally had to have a team of sales operations people building your quote or helping you rebuild your quote again and again and again until it went through and it was correct. So taking 2 days to create a quote, imagine that, right? Like, when you're a salesperson trying to close a deal, like that does make you want to like people, right? But even worse, when you have leaders that are not helping you fix those problems, or they want to, but they don't know how to fix those problems or follow through to make sure that the team that's responsible for that does it, that's frustrating. And so if you find yourself in that position, it probably means you need to work for a smaller, more nimble company that you can have more influence over change direction and process. Or you can work for a big company that has really, really competent leaders that have come from other companies and know how to optimize processes and recognize that speed and streamlined processes are key to company success, revenue success, sales team success.